Uh,
Big ball, fat, making my end. Fucking big killer, big ball, fat.
Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? You guys already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Click that notification bell so you can get notified when I upload. Share the content, jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. So, I just had to bring up this topic, right? We have obviously witnessed one of the greatest rookie seasons as a quarterback in the National Football League by the young man, C.J. Stroud, who helped guided the Houston Texans to a 10-7 record under rookie head coach DeMeco Ryans to the playoffs, man. To the playoffs, and they played and lost in the first round versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the question that I have for you guys is, who had a better rookie season between these two gentlemen, right? You got former Heisman Trophy winner, superstar quarterback from Baylor University, Robert Griffin III, second overall pick in the draft, and again, C.J. Stroud, Ohio State University quarterback, and also the number 2 pick in the draft. Stroud being drafted behind Bryce Young, RG3 being drafted behind Andrew Luck, right? So, of course, Robert Griffin III went to the Washington Redskins. And I can recall me being a Redskins fan, being a DC native, I can recall the energy in the city when Robert Griffin III was selected to the Washington Redskins. And boy, he did not disappoint right out the gate. Versus the Saints, week 1, threw for 320, threw for 2 touchdowns in a back and forth contest as the Washington Redskins went into New Orleans and beat Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Griffin played 15 games that season in his rookie year. We know throughout the year he had a lot of injuries. But he helped guide that team to the playoffs. And we had a playoff home game versus the Seattle Seahawks, whom at that time had the Legion of Boom as their defense. Russell Wilson was also a quarterback that got drafted later on in that round and was also a rookie. The Washington Redskins was up 14 points. Griffin re-injured that knee, and it was all she wrote, right? He finished that year, though, throwing for 3,200 yards passing, 20 TDs, only 5 interceptions. RG3 also added 815 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns as well. Completion percentage was at 65%, and his rating was 102.4, right? He also got the Rookie of the Year and made the Pro Bowl. And another game stick out to me from RG3 was versus the Philadelphia Eagles when he had a perfect passer rating. He only threw for 200 yards, but he had 4 touchdown passes, which ended up being a perfect passer rating type of performance from Robert Griffin III. Now, when you watch Robert Griffin on the field in hindsight in that rookie year, he had amazing speed. He had track speed. No wiggle in his moves like let's say, a Lamar Jackson or a Mike Vick or one of your up-and-coming guys that I see in the draft, who we, meaning the Commanders, may eventually pick. Jaden Daniels, or like I said Lamar Jackson, right? But the skill set that RG3 had with Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan, the chemistry, the read option type of offense, Griffin didn't really have to read the whole field. It was more so like a one-read type of offense. But RG3 made it exciting. Like I said, the city was lit. We went to the playoffs, and barring injury, I think that offense at that particular time, and as special as Robert Griffin III was in that particular season, who knows where that team could have been come inside of the playoffs, right? Because it's one game and go home, right? That's the type of skill set he had. But then you got CJ Stroud. Like I said, second overall pick from Ohio State. I believe he will be the Rookie of the Year this year. You got Puka Nacua, who had an awesome year at wide receiver, but we know quarterbacks get that honor you have to have a crazy season for a quarterback not to get that honor. But CJ Stroud had an amazing season as well. He completed 64% of his passes for 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and he had a rating of 100.8. All right. Like I said, they lost in the first round versus the Ravens. A game that sticks out to me as far as CJ Stroud goes was November 5th versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he blasted them through for 470 and 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Obviously, those 2012 game versus today's game were two different games. It wasn't more protected. The quarterbacks wasn't as protected as they are today. In fact, the league, though it was transitioning into a sort of pass-happy type of game, it still wasn't that type of game at that point. Now you got guys flinging the ball 50 and 60 times a game, and obviously if you breathe wrong on a wide receiver, you're getting the flag. The game was more footballish. It was more violent back then. So I don't know if you want to take those things into consideration, but the question I'll pose to you guys, from your humble opinion, and if you seen Robert Griffin III play in that rookie season, and then you watch the amazing young rookie CJ Stroud, if you compare the two, who had the better season in your opinion? I know RG3 offered a lot of flash with his rookie campaign. I mean, obviously he was highly touted. He was highly put on the pedestal here in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. And he did electrify. He electrified the city, electrified the crowd, and his teammates. And to the point where as though he got big-headed and a lot of teammates didn't want to perform for him. Versus C.J. Stroud has a different approach. Yes, he appears to be fiery. He also appears to be humbled. And his teammates appear to want to play for C.J. Stroud. He made some amazing plays throughout the year. He showed a ton of leadership. He showed a ton of poise. And coming from that Ohio State background, for surely, when it comes to a cultural standpoint for football, it has helped him develop and make a smooth transition into the NFL. Who you guys think had the best rookie season? Robert Griffin III, former Heisman Trophy winner, former Pro Bowler, Offensive Rookie of the Year, or CJ Stroud, whom I believe will be this year's Rookie of the Year? It's your boy, Sports Guy TV, where we talk sports like religion, and I'm out. Until the next time.